Why I wanted to be a writer is a question that I get a lot. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a movie star, and I wanted to, appear on TV, in films, and be part of the film industry and all these things. Because I grew up watching, Hollywood blockbusters at the time and all that. And years later, I wrote essays, for my Spanish and literature class. And my teacher, she loved my essays, and she encouraged me to keep on writing and even to pursue a career as a writer. At the same time, when I was a teenager, when I was cleaning my house, when I was, mopping the floor or sweeping the floor, I like to create, all these worlds and characters and stories in my head and put, my creativity into action. And even though I never sit down to write anything at the time, I really enjoy, doing this, cleaning the house and, thinking about all these, characters, words, and stories. Then years later, as an adult, I buy my first book called The Inner Method by Vicky King, in which she taught you how to write a movie in 21 days. And I sat down for the first time to write something because I had a great idea in my head for a movie, for a movie script. I sat down to write it. I finished the script, even though I don't think I did it, within the 21-day time frame. I completed the script. I feel happy, that I was able to write a consistent script. Then after that, I started to write other stories. I wrote my first book for children, which is called The Perspicacious Club. It took me, I think, 1 year and a half to finish it. After that, I didn't do anything with it, but I kept on writing. I continued writing, scripts, and I wrote another book in Spanish called Walden's Book of Heroes or something like that. I finished the manuscript as well, but I didn't do anything with that either. But still, I felt happy that I was able, to start something and finish it. And I kept writing other scripts. And then 3 years ago, I started to write The Garden Watch, which is the book that is already published on Amazon Kindle store. And once I finished the manuscript, it took me 2 years to finish it. I hired a professional editor from Florida who helped me polish the manuscript. Every time I sit down to write, I feel, the great passion that I have for this. I see the discipline that I have, because it takes me many hours a day, to sit down for 4 or 5 hours, every day, every single day, to be writing consistently. And I don't think you can do that if you don't have or feel passion for something like that. So that was my story. So yeah, that's how I knew that I wanted to be a